So now we'll be talking about. Have you posted that stuff on the group?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll be talking about market structure, and I gave an example of market structure yesterday. I can't really remember the currency pair I used, but I know I think I gave an example of that. I think I used this for the market structure of man. I use this as an example for the market structure. Yeah. So I think we'll just
Yeah.
have to start again on this one. We'll have to start again. So if you're in class yesterday, what did I say market structure is? Emanuela.
Okay. In basic terms, you said it's how the price moves.
Okay, that's good. So if you're right. So I said we have three types of market structure and I did something like this. Something like this.
Uptrend, uptrend.
That's nice. You haven't catching the thing fast though. That's how it should be. And we have this. What is this one called? Hmm?
Yeah, I don't remember. Downtrend.
That's good. Correct. So how about this one?
Uh, I can't remember.
Okay. So this is called an uptrend, this is called a downtrend, and this is called a ranging market. Is that I call this one a ranging market, or you call it a chubby market, or you call it a consolidation market? Now, what does, if you've gone through the handbook that's on the Telegram there, I posted all these things, so that's why I'm not really talking based too much theory because I've talked about all these things there in the handbook. So when we talk about an uptrend, it consists of a higher highs, series of higher highs and higher lows. When I mean what do I mean by that? These are the higher lows. All these are the higher lows. This one are higher highs. These are higher highs. As the market keeps ascending, it's going to be creating higher highs. I know for now you'll be like, what is this higher highs and what is this higher lows? So we have abbreviation as the HL, which is the higher low. In trading, you have to do with a lot of abbreviations because you cannot be putting all those things when you're detailing your charts. So you have to abbreviate in some things. So this is the HH, which is the higher highs. As you can see, as I'm changing my, this thing is turning into green, showing that it's going up, and red showing that it's down. We get. So we have the higher highs we get. So now we have the higher highs. We have the higher lows. You understand? So now the next thing on this checklist, you've been able to see the high. I'm sorry. You're able to see the option market and what it consists of. We have the higher highs, consist of higher highs, and higher highs. Also higher lows, higher lows. Now, all these points you're seeing here are called swing lows. They are swing points. All here are swing points. Swing points are like the highest high, the high that the market created while it was going, when it got to a particular zone, before it broke structure and created another high, and then retested, broke structure and created another high, and it was still going. like that. When I mean by break of structure, I mean BOS. In trading, we call it BOS. BOS means break of structure. Now, when the market is going up and it has broken past the recent high, it becomes break of structure. That means market has broken structure in that point. Market broke structure here. Now, to know that an uptrend is actually, to confirm that this thing is actually an uptrend, you must have these criteria, which is market breaking structures and market creating series of higher highs and higher lows. I think some people are trying to join, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody was trying to join. So the next thing here is we have the downtrend. The downtrend consists of series of lower lows and lower highs. I'm just going to identify the breakout structure for the downtrend. Whenever you see market breaking structure and creating more lows, we have in mind that that market is a downtrend. Just like all these ones we are seeing, it's on a downtrend. So we have this. Now on this one we say we have a lower high. So the lower high in this one is abbreviated as HL. Why that of the downtrend, of the lower low, is abbreviated as LL. So we're going to put that as LL, which is lower low. I think I should change this color, so change it to red. So I'm going to save this. I'm going to save this one also too. So that we're seeing here, we have our lower low. So I'm just trying to correct this. Let me be fast. So we have this. We have series of lower highs and lower lows. And I've said that one of the things to know that the market is actually going up or going down, we must have breakup structure. Market is going to be breaking structure, coming down, breaking structure and coming down like that. Now when it comes to the ranging market, which is this one, you only notice that the market will just keep doing something like this. It's not always as clean like this on the charts, just like I said. It's not always as clean as it is like this on the charts. The market is just going to be creating this series of, just going to be moving in this sequence, going to a particular maybe resistance zone and bouncing back on a support zone. We are still going to talk about support and resistance. maybe tomorrow or maybe today. Let's see how far we can finish up this one. So it's just going to be moving in this sequence, not breaking structure. In this one, it doesn't break structure, rather instead of breaking structure, uh, so for this one, instead of breaking structure, what it does is it it moves in a particular range, as you're seeing in this whole thing I do. Now when we talk about support and resistance, you are going to have a better knowledge of that one. So now if we just go dive into the chart, because whatever we are doing, if you don't use the chart as an example, it's not going to work. Now how do you spot an uptrend? Using the characteristic we've talked about. Mute yourself. Mute yourself, please mute yourself. So um I was talking about the downtrend. So like I said, it doesn't look like what you're seeing on the charts. Sometimes it doesn't look like that, but you have to train your eyes as a trader to see it. Now if you switch to the 15 minutes, this is actually a downtrend and this is actually an uptrend. If we should zoom in, you notice that this is an uptrend. And looking at this, you are seeing that it's creating series of higher lows. Who is trying to join and unjoin? You see that it's creating series of higher lows and higher highs. As you can see, it looks kind of confusing, right? So how do you do this? You can use a trend line tool to spot that, okay, this is an uptrend. Whatever taps into this line is actually your lower low, and if you can use this tool also to draw here, whatever is close to or taps into this trend line is your high. I'm just giving you beginner's cheat. You understand? Now you can still use your tool to say, okay, market broke and went to this point, and market came down here and went back up, broke structure, came back here, went back up, broke structure, and is moving like this. You can see how the market is moving. It doesn't look like it's breaking structure, right? But you're going to see that it was. Now looking at the way this market is, very scattered. It might not look like it is, but there was a lot of break of structure here. As you can see, looking at my cursor, you can see the line. It broke structure, see the line, broke structure, see the line, broke structure, like that. As it's ascending, it's breaking structure. Now we have our higher high here, we have our higher high, we have our higher lows. Higher lows are all these down points. And if you want to spot the downtrend, this is a downtrend. This is a downtrend here. I think I should look for a much more cleaner one, so I'm using it as our example. I should look for something way more cleaner. This is also a downtrend. If you find that the chart is kind of confusing like this, you can just go to the smaller time frame and you're going to see it way more better. You're going to see those swing points that it has, and you'll be able to spot that, oh, this is the downtrend and this is the uptrend. Understand? And this is an uptrend. So I think we should use this one instead of me leaving this chart. So we are seeing this one here. This is a downtrend. Like I said, you can use a trend line tool to basically just draw to see, okay, that the market is going down. You can join. You can see we have lower lows at this point and we have higher highs at this point. You get. So you see market is dropping. We have our higher low here. We have our lower high here. We have our lower low, our lower high, our lower low. Our market was just descending up to this point, down to this place. You get. So now we can classify it. We can actually spot those points. Look at it descending, and we have here market broke structure here. Market see broke structure here, broke structure here, broke structure here, and even at this point it almost did, but I think it didn't really move that much. But this is basically a downtrend. This is basically a downtrend. There are many examples you can see. There's also a short video about market structure that you can just look into. So so moving forward, if you have any confusion here, I would like people to ask. If you have any confusion about what I've just been saying, you can ask me so I can just brush up before I add more things.
Good evening, sirs. Good evening.
Good evening, good
Okay,
evening.
I'm just joining, so I didn't get what you said, though. I'm just joining because I've been trying to join. No one was letting me in.
Okay, okay. Okay, I think I was talking about market structure. I think I did an introduction to market structure yesterday. I did an introduction to market structure yesterday, and I said I was going to talk about it today. Did you join the class for yesterday? Hmm?
So I was not in the class yesterday.
Okay.
My device was down yesterday, but my husband joined.
Okay. Okay. All right. So I was talking about market structure. Oh, I didn't want to repeat this, but you get the video. I said there is a video about market structure, so you are going to watch that one and also watch this one for coming late. It's not my fault. I don't want to really repeat myself too many times, but I'm just going to brush it up here.
Okay.